Hello. My name is Elvin and you are watching Accident on Cars. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you how to fix airmatic failure on Mercedes W211 E63 AMG. This video applies to any W211 with airmatic suspension and E55, E63. It could also apply to E550 or CLS or any other AMG. I can't tell for sure, but after watching this video, you should be able to tell for yourself if it applies to your car or not. My issue was somewhat rare, and that's the whole purpose of this video. Maybe like you are having the same issue without spending tons of money. Watch this video and it's going to be really helpful. There are many reasons why you may see airmatic malfunction error on your dashboard. Many things could go wrong. You could have faulty air shocks up front, you could have faulty air springs in the back, you could have a bad airmatic pump, you could have, I don't know, leak in the system, and there are many ways, actually not that many, right? I only counted 4. There could be like 4 to 5 reasons why airmatic goes bad, and some people will get scared, they convert to coilovers. If you ask me, by converting to coilovers, you are ruining the car and it's not worth it. Air ride is one of the best things in this car. And if you have like a faulty shock or faulty spring in the back, that will be pretty obvious. The car will lose its height, it will drop down overnight or over like 2 nights. The car can go down by an inch or half an inch if you don't drive it for a week or 2 weeks, that's normal. But if it drops to like almost the ground, then you have a leak somewhere in the system. If your pump is gone, if your pump is on its way out, the car either will not go up, or you will hear the pump running constantly. Sometimes the pump may make an audible sound, and it will be pretty obvious that it's working at its hard and something is wrong. And leaks are the most annoying. If you have a leak in the system, somebody will have to spray soapy water on the connectors with it, the airline meets the shocks or the springs. So that there's a procedure by which you can diagnose, but that's the most annoying and hard to pinpoint. So what was my issue? My issue was that the car occasionally would throw airmatic malfunction on the screen. Although the car, would hold its height just fine overnight, it wouldn't drop. I would leave it in comfort or in the highest setting, of the suspension, and in the morning or 2 days later it would still maintain the height. So I was confused by what could show that airmatic malfunction on the screen. I'm like, what the heck? There is no leak and the pump is new, so what's causing this? I went on forum, people suggested many things, fix this, change that, spent this much money, spent that much money. I didn't want to do it. A few people, thanks to them on the Mercedes forum, suggested that the first thing, and this is pretty obvious, like the first thing you want to do is to get the car scanned. So I took the car to Boston Mechanics over here in Massachusetts. Those guys are amazing. I'm going to drop their Instagram in the description. Go check out their Instagram. They do like all things Mercedes. They're Mercedes specialists, but I particularly like how they take all the Mercedeses and convert them into newer by upgrading the interior. For example, they add ambient lighting or starry night, like Rolls-Royce style, whatever. Go check out their Instagram, you will see it for yourself. And this is not a paid advertisement. I'm not even friends with them, to be honest. I just like what they do and I decided to give them a shout out. You might not believe me for shouting out someone on my YouTube for free, but I guess there are still good people out there. The airmatic malfunction pops up, the car holds the height. I'm like, what is happening? And when that happened, when the airmatic malfunction popped up on the screen, the car, and I was driving, the car would feel a little shaky, as if it was like even like stiffer than in the Sport 2 setting. But I would like get out the car, walk around, not see any visible, that it was at the right height. So I was like, what the F is going on over here? And that issue would, the malfunction message would come up only after driving like 1-2 miles. So it wouldn't even come up immediately when I turn the car. So I start the car, everything is fine, I drive 1-2 miles, bam, airmatic malfunction. And that was so sporadic too, and it was really confusing. So I took the car to Boston Mechanics, they plugged their scanner, and any good scanner can pinpoint to like what's exactly is faulty, whether it's a pump or whether it's some of the sensors. In my case, it turned out to be one of the sensors, G sensors. G-force sensors. And prior to that, I didn't even know that these cars had one. But after talking to those guys, I figured out what it was. So let me pop the hood, and I'm gonna show you where that is and how to replace it. So the code said that it was G sensor on the front left or front right. I don't remember exactly, but doesn't matter. It said which G sensor exactly was wrong. So this is the sensor. It's right over here. It's hard to miss. So this is what was throwing a fit, and the replacing is really, really easy. Basically, you have to unplug this, get a new sensor, undo these two bolts over here, and then bolt in, plug the connector, and that's it. It fixes your issue. Believe it or not, in my case, I didn't even have to replace the sensor. All these guys did at Boston Mechanics is that through the scanner, they plugged in their computer and they reset the sensor, and then they also reset the airmatic system and all the airmatic settings, and that's it. The car has been fine, and it's been like more than 2 weeks, and I drive this car every day, so the issue is not back. Is it a temporary fix? Is it a patch? Very possible. It may come back, and if it comes now, I know what it is. I can just change this sensor. But prior to spending your money, I guess, you can just reset it and give it a shot. It may work for 2 or 3 more years. Who knows? Maybe it was just a glitch. But if you want to change it immediately, you can do so. And what does this sensor do? It's a G-force sensor. So it senses the G force applied to each of the, it senses the G-force of the car when you go around to turn, and it adjusts each strut independently. If you didn't know, W211 AMGs have ADS system, and ADS stands for Active Damping System, I believe. It's a semi-active system, meaning depending on the road conditions, depending on the force applied to each of the shocks and the turn angle, it can adjust the damping of each strut independently and individually. That's an amazing system, which is why, again, converting to coilover is a bad idea in my mind. Hopefully this video was helpful. It's just meant to be a short one, and it's snowing over here in Massachusetts. It's a beautiful day. I love when it snows, and this year, the winter of 2020 and 2021 has been amazing so far. It snows almost every week. Thank you for watching. See you in the future episodes. Bye now.